Thank you and welcome everyone to the special meeting of the Board of Education of the Salt Lake City School District to discuss part 2 of our superintendent search meetings with our consultants from Atlantic Research Partners. Jim Hughey and Jim, I'm sorry, give me Hager. Sorry.
Mine was so hard to remember because it's so weird.
Well,
I do actually. Thank you for asking.
Jackie, can you come up so that we can get it on the recording?
Sure.
Just use one of the microphones, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I really would like to be able to participate. I know I don't have a vote, but I really would like to be at the table listening to the discussions, and if I have an opportunity to know who's being recommended and the background of those people that you'll be vetting out, I would greatly appreciate that. This is a huge issue in our city. We want to make sure we have very strong leadership moving forward, and as you know, the city doesn't play a significant role in how our schools function, yet we are always being called on the rug about it. So it would be very helpful to at least be sitting here with you as you go through this process, and I would greatly appreciate that and would prioritize it in my calendar to be there.
So, I was just saying, so by law, the mayor can be here, but the problem is it's on Tuesday night.
In our regular meetings are at the same time as the city.
Right.
But we're not gonna have these during our regular meetings, right?
Right.
Well, we should make them flexible for.
Right. My response is I'd love to have you there. I don't, that's my instinct. I don't know about the closed session issues, so I'd like to just have an opportunity to talk to a lawyer about that, to see if there are any questions that I'm not thinking about in the moment, that someone like that might think about. And you'd be, of course, bound by the same confidentiality concerns that the board would. But I think it was actually a good idea in the law to have the mayor invited to our meetings, and I'm awfully glad you came. So
Thank you.
let's just investigate that. I don't know how you feel about
Well, I think it's a great idea, but put that piece of it for you to be very aware of that. So the mayor does this, and if the law says this is allowable, there's no problem with that. I don't see any problem with that.
Right.
On the other hand, what if some other organization comes forward or agency says, hey, I'd like to have the same opportunity that the mayor has? Where do you stop that?
Well,
the
the
law
law
says-
specifically
Yeah.
says the mayor.
That's.
No.
Yes,
Mayor's
it does.
It
The
does.
mayor
And I-
can request to be at these closed meetings.
And I don't,
That's what's written.
I mean, the mayor can certainly request and can request to
It's
speak
invited.
at any of our
Invited.
public meetings.
Public
That's-
meetings.
Right.
And that's the question I'm not clear on, is the closed session.
Yeah, it says that we invite them.
Right.
We invite the mayor.
But they
to
can
closed
also, it
session.
also says that they have the right to speak if they wish to at any of our public meetings.
Well, with the
At
public
the
meetings, though, they
public
said they can be on the board, just not vote. I mean, they can
Right.
They
participate.
can sit around the board, and I'm just not, in my head, I'm not clear about the closed
Let's just
meeting.
find that.
Implications.
We'll just figure it out.
How
We'll
terrific
figure that out.
that you wanna be that engaged though, Mayor.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's really terrific. We're really pleased to see
It's
that.
very refreshing
Go
to
ahead.
have a mayor who wants to be involved.
I really want to be of help, however I can be moving forward and work in a collaborative way, and if we have to dedicate funds to supplement the work you're doing, that is something that I definitely have in my head, so.
I appreciate it, and we may hold you to that.
Yes.
And I would,
Amen. It's on record, I'm sure, somewhere.
It is on record.
I just want to make a comment, but I want to wait till the board gets their chance first.
Anyone else have thoughts? Thanks, Catherine, for inviting the mayor-elect up here. Any other question that you had, or?
I want to respond to her request
Yes,
if
go
I
ahead.
can. Only sorry to delay it, but first of all, I think it's a marvelous idea. And there are many states where the mayor is a member of the school board, as you're probably well aware. Massachusetts and many of them, they're the chair of the board when they're elected mayor. But more importantly, from my view, your involvement is critical because, and you all know this, but I just want to restate it as a grounds for saying why she could be involved. even if it weren't the law, there's no question but what, if you're gonna have economic development the level you want it, you need an education system that is second to none.
That's right.
And when you're competing, in addition to that, the quality of life in the community is very directly associated with what happens in the schools. And the two are inseparable. And so for you to come in and say you're gonna increase the budget by 10%. No, I think that's a great idea. We would be happy to meet with you individually if you have time to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, and thanks for pushing that dialogue in the right direction.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
For coming, I appreciate it.
Appreciate
We'll,
your time.
we'll get back to, I'll get back to you, I'll call you and we'll
Okay.
see if we can, I'm reluctant to promise absolutely without just checking it out.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay,
And do you have a card?
Yes.
all right, anybody else have a question, concern? Superintendent, Janet, anything?
I appreciate the time that they spent here today. They need some